Hello Aquarius, how are you? Welcome to Told Us Love Tarot. If this is your first time here, I hope you subscribe. This is the same spiel I say before every reading. I wish I got out of the groove. Maybe there's an Aquarius who needs to get out of the groove. This is for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or if you have a bunch of Aquarius in your chart. I hope you're having a good Gemini season. All of your likes on the videos, your views on the videos, they help my little YouTube baby channel named after a Jimi Hendrix song. If you haven't checked it out, I have it in one of my playlists. What else did I want to say? If this doesn't resonate, Aquarius, please check out the other signs in your chart. If it does resonate, awesome, but please still go check out the other signs in your chart, because your views, and you'll find a message there, are going to help my little channel as I push it along to be my little hustle, and hopefully maybe someday big hustle, because I had like a vision of that the other day. Like, holy shit, it was like overnight, all of a sudden I'm doing tarot all the time, making a living, and that would be amazing. Aquarius, pre-message, I actually had a few of them. You are proud of yourself. Now, it could have something to do with Pride Month, which happy Pride Month, June, Gemini season, which I love to explain. Of course it's June and Gemini season, the lovers. There's both sexes on the card, and then this angelic figure overwatching, like implying there could be three. Of course it's Gemini season, like how it all connects. Connect it all, because that's me. Freaking connect for Megan. I'll connect everything in 4 ways. Aquarius, you are proud of yourself. Now, it could be with Pride, you're really involved with Pride, maybe you're even leading Pride events, I just thought, but I think this is in general. I was like feeling like an Aquarius kicked back, proud of themselves. Like, me as a person, I have come so far. I am a fucking good role model for people out there. I know who I am. I know what my intentions are. And I'm really proud of myself. I've overcome a lot to get to where I am. That was like the Aquarius energy I was in. I was thinking of doing Aquarius and then Capricorn. And what's funny is the other day I had thought of doing like Capricorn, Aquarius, and I thought, oh, but then that's like Capricorn, Aquarius. That would be like, maybe there's somebody on the cusp who's going from like in between those seasons, because they're right next to each other. So let's, for whatever reason, I was like, nah, so let's not do that, because I don't want it. I only have Gemini, Cancer. That's my thing here. Gemini, Cancer, cusp, unless I end up becoming the cusp channel, which, hey, I will follow my calling. Yeah, I will follow my calling. The Aquarius Capricorn came into my head again today, but in a different way. So then of course I'm like, I'm back to, there's gotta be a Capricorn Aquarius cusp who's either watching me or is in tune with, maybe you're an Aquarius who's connected with a Capricorn Aquarius cusp, and that should be dates that fall between January 17th and the 23rd. If I am just going by like Gemini Cancer cusp is June 17th through the 23rd, so this would be January 17th through the 23rd. Please let me know if that resonates. If it doesn't, maybe there's an Aquarius who has Capricorn in their chart, or there's a Capricorn who has Aquarius in your chart, and like this is why these two keep coming to me. Maybe something happened around Capricorn Aquarius season, so last winter for you, Aquarius, but I just felt the need to say it because, like I say, there's no such thing as irony. Like, this is part of a message. This is where we shift gears a bit. I felt like I was in touch with an Aquarius who was avoiding someone, or someone's avoiding you. And it has to do with shame or guilt. It's like someone missed out on something or has been missing out on, could even be going to lunch with people because you're avoiding one person in the group. And it's not because I don't like you or some shit like that. It's someone did the other person dirty, just did something that they knew better, and there is shame and guilt here. And I'm getting the energy of like those quotes that's like, sometimes people would rather ghost you and disappear when they've done you wrong and act like you're the bad guy instead of owning up to what they've done. And that's just an ego self-preservation thing. And I was having these deep talks with my friend this morning, and I was talking about how you can't take anything personally, that this ties in with the 4 Agreements by, it's Miguel something, I can't remember. I thought it was the same person who wrote The Alchemist, but I don't think it is, because The Alchemist is Paulo Coelho, another great story. But the 4 Agreements, wicked good, easy beach read, and I'm sorry to say, I only know one of them. I probably know all of them, but one of them that stuck with me, and we have these aha moments in life where like something just sticks and resonates, and you're like, I get this, and I'm gonna live this, and this is how it is. And it was the agreement that understand that nothing anybody does has anything to do with you. Their actions 100% will have everything to do what's going on with them in that moment, in that situation. So to not take anything personally. And if you can really, really, really live your life not taking it personally, and when you're in the moment and something is being unleashed on you, or someone is making a snotty comment or something, rising to the level like of knowing you fucked up, you got shit going on in you, I'm gonna pray for you. This is I'm going off on a tangent right now, but I feel like this is meant to happen. Like, this is what I mean by love your enemy. Like, empathize and understand that whoever is doing you dirty or treating you a type of way or making a comment or trying to bring you down, it's like, ooh, child, I'm so sorry something is going on inside of you, but you need to work on that, honey boo boo. I'm gonna pray for you. I'm gonna pray the light in the universe gives you an aha moment, but what you're doing is you're exerting your own like negative energy at me. For what? To take me down a notch? For what? I feel like I've read quotes and memes about this stuff. Like, I feel like there's an ancient Chinese, this could be Confucius, or the Buddha, basically was like, what is the point of anger? It's not hurting anybody but you. Like, anger and hate towards someone is like holding on to a barbed wire, thinking that it's gonna hurt them. Like, you're not. You're just hurting yourself holding on to that shit. And if you can live life looking at the people who are holding and discern. This is my favorite word of late. Discerning. Like, this person's got some shit they need to let go of. That's why they made that comment to me about my weight. That's why they made that comment to me about my sexuality. That's why they made that shit comment to me about what I'm wearing. That's why they made asshole remark about my curtains, it's like because they have something going on in them, because in all logical purposes, and like, why wouldn't we all just be happy for each other? You feel good about yourself, you're showing off, you feel great about who you are right now, do you, boo? Positive energy your way, jazz fingers, jazz hands, everything, because that shit just comes back to you, Aquarius. And I feel like I'm in touch with an Aquarius who either has already kind of figured this out or is at that level, and God, I feel like you're like siphoning, all right, this is gonna sound so weird, you're like sucking up and living and siphoning off of negative energy because you've become an alchemist. That's why we mentioned this book. Because you've become an alchemist and you've figured out how to take all that negativity and transform it into positivity. And I think that positivity is reflecting in how you look and in your life, and that's a deep ass message, Aquarius, and I haven't even started shit. You're feeling famous, or you had a moment where you were feeling kind of famous, you were being noticed. I feel like there is someone who is either looking for you online, or was like, I'm actually seeing like looking for you in the crowd. Like they thought they saw you, even like maybe someone thought they saw your car, or they did see your car, and I feel like their heart began to pound. And I feel like you make their heart pound for maybe because they've been trying to avoid you due to shame and guilt that could tie. But I feel like this is also like an Aquarius who's looking fabulous, who's feeling famous. Maybe you have this like famous vibe to you. Like, I don't even know what the fuck that would be. Maybe you are famous. You're like on TikTok or YouTube like this or something, and you feel like you're being noticed, or you're being noticed. But the funny last part of this that I'll end with this pre-message is that there's an Aquarius here that while they're in this high vibe, feeling famous, making people's hearts pound, whether it's because they know they did you dirty and they know you didn't do it or like deserve it, or because they think you're freaking famous, or they think you look fabulous and that they can feel that energy. There's an Aquarius here who knows or has figured out some sort of dating game, something where it's like you do an Irish goodbye or a French retreat right at the peak of the party. Or like you've got a vibe here, you know they want you. So what do? You disappear and stop responding to them and start doing something totally different and making them wait. And I think this is part of an Aquarius who like understands that like absence makes the heart grow fonder, or like I already know I got it's cocky, like I already know I got you, so I'm gonna make you wait and sit and think about me. You know what I mean? Something to that effect. Making their heart pound. 15 minutes in, I haven't even picked up a card. Aquarius, I was meant to do this reading. Well, I have at the very top, proud of yourself, come far. So good for you, Aquarius. You should always be proud of yourself. It's something that, like an age-old, like if you don't vote for yourself, how could you expect anybody else to? Like if you don't believe in yourself and you don't believe that you're a goddamn magical fairy freaking being, how can you expect anybody else to believe that you are? Very powerful. Powerful, powerful. Rose-tinted glasses. Wow. Do something. I just started hearing Britney Spears. Why don't you do something? Isn't that the song? And I didn't even like mean that when I wrote that. That's just someone like, it's like someone's waiting for the other person to like do something. Just do it. But I'm hearing Britney Spears. Why don't you do something? I see you looking at me like I'm some kind of freak. Why don't you do something? You could be making eyes with someone, or you found yourself making eyes with someone, and this goes back to a cocky, dominant, like feeling good Aquarius who's like, why don't you do something while I'm kicking it over here, because I know that I'm fucking fabulous and I'm proud of myself. He, she, they can have you. I'm all set. All right, this just gave me a vibe, but they, I wrote off that means the streets. I just got a vibe like someone could have been in a relationship or was in a relationship, and wow, I'm also thinking of a freaking video I just saw on Barstool Sports. This is how I know it connects, when it all comes at me fast. Okay. Someone had been or was in a relationship or had been in a seeing someone through rose-tinted glasses. You weren't seeing them accurately, or they weren't seeing you accurately, Aquarius. I'm hearing ick factor. I'm seeing someone go like the streets can have you. Wow, I feel like I'm doing magic right now. Maybe someone feels like magic has been done on them. Okay, I'm also feeling like an Aquarius who hooked up with someone, and it feels like they had rose tinted glasses on, and like afterwards that it was like, I'm all set. But there's someone else, or there was someone having a fling or had a fling, and had been or dating someone, had rose tinted glasses on, saw something happening. Like I'm seeing like you were out with your person, or gosh, I'm sure it wasn't just one event, but who the hell knows? It's like you were watching your person I fuck another person, and you guys are both looking at each other, and like you can tell that there's some sort of vibe and attraction going on here, and you're like seeing things without the rose tinted glasses, and you're seeing like that person can have you, I'm all set. Or just in general, like everyone warned me that you were for the streets. They can have you. The streets can have you. I've smiled in your face whole while. I've been talking shit about you behind your back, and this just came out the other day for, I forget who, but when a big ass motherfucking deck like this repeats within a couple days, it blows my mind. To have like even just one of the 6 cards be something I saw in another reading blows my mind. Attracted to intelligence. Go for it. I'm being honest. Passive, submissive energy, X blank, smokes, drinks too much. A great beard. Why do I feel jealous when I shouldn't? So, all right, I'm having the feeling, Aquarius, this was either you or someone to you. They felt, It was like there was an attraction here, but it wasn't physical in nature. It was had to do with like the intelligence of the person. So I feel like the intelligence of this person, Aquarius, either you started seeing them through rose tinted glasses or they were seeing you through rose tinted glasses. But I feel like there's some, I want to keep saying eye fucking, like you might make eye contact with this person, Aquarius, and you know exactly what kind of eyes you're giving them, and you might see a bashful response, like a rose tinted cheek under their glasses because they're blushing. I feel like I just talked about this in another reading, so this must connect somehow. It's like wanting this person. Huh. Okay, Aquarius. Let's say you're sexually active and you're a sexually free person. You have an active sex life. Something, it's like hating on that because you loved yourself and you were proud of yourself. You felt fabulous, and there's this attraction between two people, starting with their intelligence first. Like maybe you had really good conversations with this person. I'm also getting a very, like, someone was very funny, because that's intelligence. And no one, like, the one whose heart was made to pound when they saw you or you saw them, they wanted you, but at the same time were like calling you a hoe or easy behind your back because they knew that you were a sexually free person. Saying like, that guy'd fuck anything with a pulse. But they were really actually attracted to you, or you were really actually attracted to them, and you were attracted to the intelligence. Something about like not liking the reputation. You saw some being seen first through rose tinted glasses. Do something. And then the eye fucking with the rose tinted glasses. Just not seeing someone accurately. And there was a genuine actual attraction here, that if someone had gone for it, it would have been good. But I think there's like this or maybe they can't go for it, but I feel like they're trying to, I get this like righteous energy, like trying to act like, oh, she's for the streets, she's been run through, I'm all set. Talking shit. But really, they're seeing you with rose-tinted glasses and are attracted to it. And if something happened, if they were to do something and go for it, it would be a good dynamic. I feel like there is someone here waiting on the other person to make that move. That's why there's passive here and do something. This is very kind of cowardly energy to me. This is an insecure feeling too. This is missing out due to shame and guilt, like avoiding someone, is talking shit about them, even being like, I'm all set, like he's for the streets, or she's like been single for how long, she's been with so many people, like I'm all set. When really you make their heart pound and they would love to be with you, or you'd love to be with them. This is very like you need to grow up and know that like life is now. Like we're living. This is your only life. It's Griswold, but one of my favorite quotes is you're the only person who's in your casket 6 feet under. They don't put anybody else in that casket. So it's very dismal, but to think like it's nobody else's life. Nobody else gets put in that casket but you. So what are you doing with your life? Who the fuck cares what they say or want with your life? That was something an Aquarius needed to hear. Maybe someone has understood that and is feeling really proud of themselves because they've come far. The 3 of Wands, the Fool is at the bottom. Waiting for a beginning, looking for, or no longer looking for a beginning. Justice, that's Libra energy. Knight of Cups, reverse. King of Pentacles. 6, 7, 8. 8 of Swords. What's funny is I just started thinking about, in my head, I totally got distracted. Started thinking about a backhanded, it was an insult. It was a comment said last night. I'm feeling like gaslighting. I'm feeling like gaslighting, manipulation, like trying to tell someone how you felt or how they made you feel. Why you want to turn your back to them or why you want to move on. And it's like they're not accepting what they're being told because it was like not wanting to have to take responsibility for any fault that they may have done. So they can somehow gaslight and manipulate the situation so you're seeing it differently, and it's not actually true. Lovers, Gemini energy, and I was just thinking about a sign will come out, and I made a big thing about Gemini and the Lovers and Pride Month. So something could be happening this month if it's Gemini season. Oh shit, with the Tower reversed behind it. Maybe this is this is like coming out and showing the world who you're in love with, breaking down the view people had of you. feel like I'm hearing someone threatening to leave, but they're bluffing. Which would kind of connect with like, they're talking shit and acting like they're not attracted to you, but they are. This is something about like someone not doing well with handling rejection, Aquarius. They may have tried to or you may have tried to start a relationship with this person more than one time. I feel like there was something like sexual here, but it was like fun, non-emotional, nobody knows about it, secret fun. And I think all right, now this is making sense to me. I can see the story. Two people hooking up and one person catching feelings. It's like it was never meant to be a relationship. One person never saw it that way, and it was supposed to be just secret fun that was never meant to go anywhere. It was always going to be imbalanced. It was never going to be equal. Someone wanted it to be that way. It's like they saw the star in you, Aquarius, because you are the star. And I don't think you were aware how much this person felt for you. Like this is someone who like the chick who meets the guy and they start talking, and she's now all of a sudden planning their wedding and thinking like way down the line, and it's like it was not supposed to be like that. They can have them, the streets can have them. I feel like someone tried to offer their cup of love more than one time and was like rejected more than one time. But at the same time, I feel like it's like someone looking at their other half, like you and I are exactly the same. We get along so well. The sex is bomb. So why are we not together or not getting back together? Like, why are we acting like we hate each other? Like something like that. Why are we being defensive right now when I know damn well you want to talk to me and I want to talk to you? Three of Swords because someone got their heart broken? This is I know I did something wrong, but I don't want to have to come back and address it. Someone could have put you in a third party, Aquarius, or you felt like you were in a third party because you were out and then you were with them and then you noticed them fucking another person and making eye contact, and you were like, oh, hell to the nah. Like, they can have the street. They can have you and the streets can have you. And maybe it's like this, like they knew they did this. They knew they put you in a third party situation. There's three here, 3 swords. They know they would have to make up and talk about that third party situation where Aquarius was hurt or Aquarius felt, wow, again. Someone here was like, oh, hell to the fucking nah, you're not gonna play me. You pour into me and me alone, and I will stay single, alone, without communication from you or any other fuckboy like you. If you think you're going to put me in a third party situation, I am proud of myself and I am like being noticed and like I'm a fucking star. I'm getting, like, didn't I already say gaslighting? I'm getting a feeling of like You were, Aquarius, so cool, so attractive, so maybe above this person, and like they kind of like, wow, the Emperor comes out, as I say, like they kind of like get their rocks off, or they're like, they feel good about themselves when they can like bring someone down a notch. This is so sick. This is like, I want you in my life. I want you, but I'm going to talk shit about you and say that you're for the streets, or act like you're just a hoe from the streets, even though I really, really want you. But it's like, this Emperor way out here on his own would rather be way out here on his own than have to come in and apologize for what happened that they are responsible for. Could be an Aries. I feel like there is someone here who found out, oh, the devil, there's Capricorn energy. It's like someone either found out what was being said and happening behind their back, that like it's almost like they weren't even being invited to, or someone is like not wanting to know what's going on behind their back, choosing like ignorance, choosing to live an ignorant life, like sheltering themselves, blinding, like, don't tell me if it's gonna be detrimental to my mental health, don't tell me. This is an Aquarius right now. An Aquarius who's become in control of their own domain, they're their own boss, whether figuratively, financially, spiritually, whatever. Maybe he's even a dom, like a single dom, like I'm the daddy. But I feel like someone's being stubborn. Could be a Capricorn. I feel like, well, Capricorn, Aquarius. I feel someone's being stubborn and being like heartless on purpose. They have it in them to apologize. This person knows why you've defended yourself against them. They know why you're not responding to those texts. Temperance reverse, Sagittarius is at the party now. Something was very imbalanced here, or would have been imbalanced, and I think someone was aware of that. It was like aware of this person's I want to say culture and view of women. Someone has serious issues with that Hierophant being a female sitting on that throne, and they really wish that they could take her down. Now, it doesn't have to be literally a female. This could be just someone who culturally and societally, they feel this is a male's role. The Hierophant is supposed to be a man. It is not supposed to be a woman. That woman is not supposed to be there in that role. Get that woman out of there in that role. Something like that. But it could be a feminine male. A male with feminine characteristics. A male who isn't acting like a emperor. This is a toxic male, okay? This is a male emperor who does not see a balance between him and the empress. He thinks he is bigger than the empress. He is bigger than the divine feminine. The masculine is more than the man. He does not like seeing, or maybe several people do not like seeing, sitting on an equally strong looking throne, a female who is supposed to be equal to him. They are both wearing red. They both hold a staff of power. Someone does not and would love to rip down like your power or your confidence, Aquarius. This is very toxic. And they try to do it sneakily, or they try to do it without people knowing, or I even get like this person might not even realize that they're doing this. It's like been built in them. The Lover's reversed with the Queen of Pentacles. So more Gemini energy. You could be dealing with a Gemini or have that in your chart, Aquarius. Justice reversed again. So double Libra, double Gemini. Wow. 4 Wands, 2 of Cups. The Sun reversed. You may have a partnership with a Leo, or might have an upcoming partnership with a Leo. I think it's going to be good. I don't think you know, Aquarius, how much you affected someone. Like someone cried over you, or you were crying over someone, and they don't realize how much you felt for them. There's a lot of 4s here, which goes back to Emperor, and that could be Aries. I get this sad feeling of like, I wanted to say like, Aquarius, someone never saw the worth that you had. They may have constantly always put you in a third party situation. If this is a friend, it was like they constantly had their other friends and siblings around. Or if this is a boyfriend or a girlfriend, it's like you'd go out and you'd catch them like eye fucking the waitress, and then within a few minutes or whatnot, then they're saying they gotta go to the bathroom, and you can see them walking by the bar chumming up the waitress that they just eye fucked, and now all of a sudden the waitress won't even look at you while you're on the date anymore. They're just making eye contact with your date. It's something like being turned off by this person's need for this. It's like a sexual attention from everybody, but they either I just keep wanting to say, like, they didn't want to acknowledge or didn't acknowledge the worth you had in their life until you were gone. This could be a former friend, Aquarius, who did you dirty, talked shit about you, even though they were in the wrong. Maybe you called them out on something, but instead of addressing how they broke your heart, they'd rather act like you're the bad guy and start talking shit and saying that, like, you were a bad person and you were a bad influence, when that wasn't the case at all. There's a lot of, this is a lot of sad insecurity, and I feel like this is why I talked about, like, the 4 agreements in the beginning, needing to understand that this person's or people's behaviors are because they are like behind. What people don't know is this is an actually very sad person. A very sad, toxic person. There is some addictions here that need to be healed, Aquarius. Either you need to heal them or they need to heal them, but it's like toxic addictions to either could be food, it could be drinking, it could be smoking, it could be like having unprotected sex with everyone. It's like they're addicted to that, the thrill of that, like a sex addict. But someone needs to, like, cleanse themselves, clear themselves, pour into themselves, Aquarius, or you already have been. I feel like you were here and now you're here. I just see an Aquarius, like, cleansing themselves of people and energy. Maybe using actual, like, feathers and, like, Native American rituals to cleanse your energy. Saging. Someone has gotten rid of a lot of people from their life, and they've noticed that the more people they've gotten rid of, the better life has become. Like, the healthier they've become, the more cups they have at the table. And I don't want someone to think, like, yeah, but she's alone and has nobody there with her. She don't look sad. She don't look sad. She's not sad about missing out on this, because while she may be alone, there's only 3 cups here, and look at all that she's got there. This is something too of, like, don't fuck with my mental health. Like, I have all my shit together right now. Don't come around here with that bullshit of, like, let's go out binge drinking and partying, because no. Someone gave up, like, a past, a wild past. Maybe someone was at one point for the streets, which is judgmental. Yeah, very, I hear the weirdest things in my head. I heard very dick them down, but don't commit. Like, dick them down, but don't commit. Don't give an offer. And this is, like, strong masculine energy. We're not talking about a couple pages here. This is the King of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles reversed. This is a whole grown man. I feel like that's a whole grown man, and someone's like, oh, honey, you're gonna try to compare me to them? There is someone who, since you've split or you've stopped talking to this person, they've secretly always wanted to come back around, or they have people connected to them that have secretly always wanted to reach out and connect, reconnect. Like send a text message, send a message. There's Virgo energy here and Cancer energy here. I don't think they will ever reach out or you'll ever reach out, because I feel like this is someone who their ego got hurt. This is someone who's not ever told no. This is the person who's not used to rejection. This is the person who's not used to being called out. And then when they were called out and they could not get what they wanted, which they were never seeing your worth to begin with, Aquarius. It's like all of a sudden they're ready to put in the work, or like, nope, not that. Well, that's for somebody, but I get like once you called them out, someone was like, oh, you know what? You're for the streets. You're always out there. Like, they smiled in your face and started talking shit. And it was like, but I'm not in the wrong. I just watched you like do something that I don't agree with, and I'm talking to you about it. And your response is to be like, oh, you know what? They can have you anyway. I'm all set. But I didn't do anything wrong. You just did. That person knows they fucked up. That person knows they did you dirty. That person, if you called them out or if they called you out, they were or you were 1,000% right. And that person knows you were right, Aquarius. They know that they didn't see the worth in you, but they like don't. I feel like this bitch is like pained to come back and apologize if she were to. It would be a pain. It would be work for her or him to come back and acknowledge like, oh, I didn't see you as the Empress or Emperor that I thought you were. This was just in my Gemini Cancer cusp reading where it was like, oh, you think you're gonna play or take advantage of Gemini Cancer, an Emperor or Empress? I don't think so. There's something like that here. It was like, but similar energy, different. Someone not seeing the worth in Aquarius until you were gone, and they're the ones that need to make it right, and they're not doing anything because they're being a stubborn bastard, and it has to do with pride. They would rather say, you know what? They love you, Aquarius, or you love them, and you would love to be with each other again. But they would rather sit there and let you go off and go do whatever you want and be with whomever you want than admit where they did you wrong and dirty. Because someone was done dirty. And it's that not wanting to have to rehash and talk about what got us here in the first place. Queen of Cups. I saw her earlier and I was thinking, someone's sad. There's two people who are at odds, and I feel like it's because emotions are here. Those two guys care about each other, but for some odd reason, they are like, I'm hearing story my friend told me about, like his father saying that like back in the day, if you and a guy had an argument, you'd get into a fight, you'd duke it out, and then you'd go to the bar and have a beer after. Strength reversed. 5, 6 reversed. 2 reversed. I feel like you are missed, Aquarius, more than you realize. And I'm hearing like someone wishing they could hug you, or missing your hugs, or there's someone's pride here. Someone's pride is what's like preventing them from reaching out. Because there's a lot of good memories. And I feel like at the end of it, this person knows they did you wrong. Like High Priestess reversed, the Emperor reversed. This someone, it was like portrayed to the world that everything else is okay, but really this person's attitude or temper, or it was like toxic masculinity. Wanting people to fight over you, wanting to fight someone for you. The Tower reversed. The Moon. Wow, Death reversed. This, oh my God. Didn't I say transformation, change? The Tower and Death reversed. The Moon and Wheel of Fortune here. The Moon is Cancer energy, Wheel of Fortune. I feel like someone thinks there's nothing they could do to revive this. That's why they don't even try. That's why they haven't communicated with you. If you've been wondering what, like, wow, they like disappeared, or like I keep seeing them but they're not reaching out to me, or I'm surprised they didn't want to let me know that they were going through all these changes. I'm even hearing like, I'm surprised they didn't want to let me know that like their family member passed away, but it all has to do with like they know that Death Tower ending. Maybe they're feeling like some karma. It would be their karma having to reach out and touch base, but they feel like there is nothing they could do to restart that wheel and get something alive again. It's like they know they were an assassin, or they know they killed it, or someone knows that they killed it completely. So it's like, what's the point of even trying? Because there's no way Aquarius would there's no way Aquarius would not see me as like a Knight of Wands. I feel like someone wasn't being believed here. Like or maybe someone was flat out lying about money, or how many people they were seeing. And I do know one thing. Someone would love to have either you back in their life, Aquarius, or it's you're missing this person and wish they were back in your life. And I'll tell you the same thing. You're the one who's in your coffin when that day comes. So say what you need to say. Speak your truths. Love the people that you want to love. Damn it. All right. I'll see you next time.